everyone, it's Isaki again. So I was just asked to make a video about how I get and maintain pale skin by Just Reyes. So a lot of people ask like what I am race-wise and stuff, and my only answer, because I don't think it really matters, is that I have mixed blood. So I do have some blood that is very, very pale inclined and some blood that is more of a darker inclined. So I can go back and forth. And oh, it's getting really dark out right now. I'm sorry, it's stormy weather, so I'm kind of losing my light. I'm sorry, I just noticed that. But the thing is, when I go in the sunlight, I can tan. What usually happens is I will burn and then I will start to get tan, and I don't really like that. I've always loved pale skin, and it's always been such a nuisance, especially back in school. People would always say, oh, you need to get a tan, you should be tan, you should go out in the sun more, blah, 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 blah. Well, I would go out in the sun more all the time, and I would get tan, but not as dark as what other people would kind of tan, like actually attempting to get tan. But there's a couple things I do. Whenever I go out, all over that you can see that I know is going to touch the sun, I put sunscreen on. I do. Like, you have to. Try to find one that isn't going to be oily. I do recommend trying to find ones that are cruelty free. Also not the aerosol cans, because the aerosol is just really bad, and usually those things have tons of chemicals. You don't want that. But right now I just have some cheap one that was from the dollar store. You can go up to SPF 50, which I will get sometimes, but there's not really a point for you to go any higher than that, because the UV rays that it blocks then drops down to 0.01 to like 1/100th of an effect, which isn't going to make much difference. So SPF 40, SPF 50 will be doing just fine. You also have to remember though that if you're going to be out in the sun for some time, you need to reapply it every hour, or else it doesn't work anymore. It lasts for about an hour, the effect. Another thing that I will try to do, unfortunately though, in Vegas here where I live, it's very windy, but I will try to bring out my parasol to block the sun as much as possible. Fortunately though, on windy days, the wind likes to pop out my parasol the opposite way, and that's just such an inconvenience. I do try to wear my hat. Like, I have a Black Bride's cap that I wear quite often. I do like the big floppy black kind of hats, but again, when it's windy, it likes to blow away. Actually, most of my skin is covered, but when I do wear tank tops, again, SPF, something that you really need. There is a Korean whitening product, and there's actually a whole bunch of them, but one that I like in particular that does get you a little bit paler is called Milky Dress. I do love that very much, and I'll put that on and it'll kind of act like a skin whitening thing without damaging your skin. It doesn't permanently bleach your skin or anything like that. It will just temporarily make it a little bit lighter. So it's always really nice, especially when I do start to get a little bit of that tan going on. I don't use white foundation or anything. This is just like how my skin looks. I don't use white, I don't use white foundation, and I don't use white powder, even though I just now did try out a white powder to see how it would look. It didn't really make it any lighter. I use a very pale translucent powder, but remember, you do want to get foundation to everything that is accurate to your skin. You don't want your face lighter than the rest of your body. That just looks kind of odd. So if you do use a lighter foundation though, make sure you apply it everywhere you're going to be seen. So like Black Friday does, she puts it on her face and all the way down here, anywhere that's going to be exposed. Do try to keep yourself covered up though as much as possible. I'm sorry it's windy right now. Also, kind of like what I do when I'm out walking, I walk towards the shade. I will kind of go out of my way to walk in the shade, then be in the sun. And where I get, it's getting a bit cooler right now. It's starting to get towards winter, but in the summer it can get up to 121 degrees sometimes. Certain areas, like 114 is usually the highest that we'll get. And I still will be out there covered up. I haven't gotten heat stroke yet, so, but yes, I do value my pale skin. If you are pale and everyone always gives you that crap, just be yourself. Do what makes you happy. Your skin tone is your own, so whatever people say, screw them. It's not your happiness, it's not their happiness that you're trying to get. It's about you. So, trying to think if there's anything else. Take off your makeup every day. You don't want to get a very worn, tired kind of look. That just doesn't make for youthful, pale skin. If you wear darker colors or darker makeup, it does give an effect that your skin looks a little bit lighter than what it is. Same concept where if you wear red lipstick, it'll make your teeth look a little bit whiter. It's just kind of an illusion with colors. That's kind of about it. If I do think of any other tips or anything, I'll go ahead and write them down below. But that's basically what I do. If you do have like some kind of like exfoliating scrub or something, that is always really good to do your skin to get the dead skin cells off. That gives a little bit of a dullish kind of look. So also try that. And yeah, I think that's kind of about it. I mean, there's not really a whole lot you can do. I don't recommend using products that are going to permanently damage your skin or anything. That's just not healthy, and I like to go the more natural, eco-friendly kind of route anyways in general. But yeah, so I hope this has helped you and maybe given you a little bit of information for all those that are kind of wondering about pale skin. And I know it's a little bit difficult sometimes, but if you want it, it's worth the effort. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. If you have any recommendations or questions for any other videos, write them below. May the force be with you. Thanks for watching. Bye! I hate it when people say you would look so pretty without the black. Well, you know what? Everybody has their own perception of beauty. Okay, you could say to someone else, but you would still be